Welcome back. I'm Pratap here. Today is the 16th September 2024. In this video, I'm going to generate different supply demand zone reports useful to the premium subscribers. Even before that, all of you please understand we are providing complete free training on supply demand zone price action. All the training lessons are available at our NeoStock YouTube channel. So at our channel, you click on the tab posts. Some of you might be seeing the tab community. Whichever the tab you see, you click on the tab, you get access to this post. This post is having a YouTube playlist link that will take you to all the training lessons. You just click on the link. Now we are into the playlist supply demand zone price action course. Here you have all the training lessons are available. You just need to scroll down to the bottom of the page to access your first training lesson. So starting from lesson 1.1, all the training lessons are available in an order. So please go through all these lessons one by one and strengthen your skills related to supply demand zone price action. I have also provided the link to our Telegram channel in this video description. So from the video description, please join at our Telegram channel. It will be helpful to you. Each time when we release a new YouTube video or any other important update, we will provide at our Telegram channel. Now let's get into the report generation. So the first report, let us identify the stocks near demand and supply zones. In this process, we will also identify daily and 75 minutes high liquidity zones. So I'm starting with half yearly time frame. For half yearly time frame, let us find the stocks near half yearly demand zone. One stock is filtered. I'll be giving you only few seconds time to watch the report. That's why you need to pause the video. Once you study this report, you can further proceed. In case if you doesn't understand how to study this report, I request you complete our training lesson 21.1. That is part 1 of lesson 21. In that video, I have explained each and every column, their values, abbreviations, everything in detail. Okay, now let's generate the next report. For half yearly time frame, let us find the stocks near half yearly supply zone. One stock is filtered. Next time frame is quarterly. Let us find the stocks near quarterly demand zone. One stock is filtered. Next report for quarterly time frame, let us find the stocks near quarterly supply zone. Two stocks are filtered. Next time frame is monthly. Let us find the stocks near monthly demand zone. Three stocks are filtered. In the next report for monthly time frame, let us find the stocks near monthly supply zone. One stock is filtered. Next time frame is weekly. Let us find the stocks near weekly demand zone. 7 stocks are filtered. The next report for weekly time frame, let us find the stocks near weekly supply zone. 8 stocks are filtered. Next time frame is daily. Entry time frame is daily. Let us find the stocks near daily demand zone. 9 stocks are filtered. Let us identify high liquidity daily demand zones from this list. The first one is Bank of Baroda, is a daily high liquidity demand zone. That's it. We have only one valid daily high liquidity demand zone from this list. That is Bank of Baroda. Okay, the next one is for daily time frame. Let us find the stocks near daily supply zone. 8 stocks are filtered. Let's find any high liquidity zones. So Balram Chini is the high liquidity daily supply zone. Chambal Fertilizers is also daily high liquidity supply zone. Next, Hindalco is also having a daily high liquidity supply zone. And Indus Tower is also having daily high liquidity supply zone. And SBI Life is also having daily high liquidity supply zone. Total 5 daily high liquidity supply zones were identified from this list. Okay, the next time frame is 125 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 125 minutes demand zone. No stocks are available. Next, for 125 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near 125 minutes supply zone. 7 stocks are filtered. Okay, the next time frame is 75 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 75 minutes demand zone. 10 stocks are filtered. Let us identify any 75 minutes high liquidity demand zones from this list. Now we don't have any 75 minutes high liquidity demand zones from this list. Okay, the next report for 75 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near 75 minutes supply zone. 8 stocks are filtered. Let's verify any high liquidity 75 minute supply zones from this list. Dabur is having a 75 minutes high liquidity supply zone. And MGL is pierced. It is not a valid high liquidity supply zone. That means we have only one valid high liquidity daily supply zone, Dabur, from this list. Okay, the next time frame is 25 minutes. So let us find the stocks near 25 minutes demand zone. 6 stocks are filtered. Next, for 25 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near 25 minutes supply zone. 9 stocks are filtered. Next time frame is 15 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 15 minutes demand zone. 8 stocks are filtered. Let's verify how many of these 15 minutes demand zones are having ITF confluence. That is 15 minutes demand zone with 75 minutes demand zone confluence. So I am enabling this filter 15 minutes and 75 minutes demand zone confluence. That is LTF and ITF time frame confluence. So 5 stocks are filtered. That means all these 15 minute zones are part of the 75 minute zone. That is what zone confluence. Okay, next, for 15 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near 15 minute supply zone. 5 stocks are filtered. Let's verify how many of these stocks are having ITF supply zone confluence. That is 15 minute supply zone with 75 minute supply zone confluence. So I am enabling 15 minute supply zone with 75 minute supply zone filter. Now let's verify. 4 stocks out of 5, 4 stocks are having ITF supply zone confluence. Okay, next time frame is 5 minutes time frame. Let us find the stocks near 5 minutes demand zone. 6 stocks are filtered. Let us verify out of these 6 how many are having confluence with 15 minutes demand zone. That is 5 minutes and 15 minutes demand zone confluence. That is ITF confluence. So I am enabling this filter. Let's verify. Only one stock is having the confluence. 5 minutes and 15 minutes demand zone confluence. Okay, next, for 5 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near 5 minutes supply zone. 5 stocks are filtered. Let's verify out of these 5 how many are having confluence with 15 minutes supply zone. That is 5 minute supply zone confluence with 15 minute supply zone confluence. I am enabling the filter. Let's verify. So 2 stocks are filtered. So this is about stocks near demand and supply zones. Next is let us generate NIFTY and BANKNIFTY supply demand zone chain. Let's start with NIFTY 50. Starting from monthly time frame, I am generating monthly supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. So this is the filter list. Always look into the zone column to find the high liquidity zones. Look into the pierced column. If the count is not 0, it is a pierced zone. You can ignore those zones. and always look into the LTF trend for the time frame you have selected. Same concepts you can apply to the remaining reports, and also the remaining columns you can easily understand. Okay, the next time frame is weekly. I am generating weekly supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next time frame is daily. I am generating daily supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next time frame is 125 minutes. I am generating 125 minute supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next time frame is 75 minutes. I am generating 75 minute supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next time frame is 25 minutes. I am generating 25 minute supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next time frame is 15 minutes. I am generating 15 minute supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next time frame is 5 minutes. I am generating 5 minute supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. So with this we have completed NIFTY supply demand zone chain. Next we will start BANKNIFTY supply demand zone chain from monthly time frame. Let me change the code. NIFTY Bank, it is nothing but BANKNIFTY. So I am generating monthly supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. So next time frame is weekly. I am generating weekly supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. Next time frame is daily. I am generating daily supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. Next time frame is 125 minutes. I am generating 125 minute supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. Next time frame is 75 minutes. I am generating 75 minute supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. Next time frame is 25 minutes. I am generating 25 minute supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. Next time frame is 15 minutes. I am generating 15 minute supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. Next time frame is 5 minutes. I am generating 5 minute supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. So with this we have completed BANKNIFTY supply demand zone chain. So this is about both NIFTY and BANKNIFTY. And the next set of reports we are going to generate bullish and bearish trade setups for monthly income trade, weekly income trade, daily income trade and hourly income trade. So let's start with monthly income trade, bullish trade setup. Entry time frame is daily, entry zone is demand zone, and in bullish or bearish trade setup at daily time frame I am selecting the bullish. The daily demand zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count column on daily time frame I am setting minimum value 0, maximum value 0. That means pierced count is 0. Pierced count 0 means the zone is not pierced. And zone achievement should always be violated opposing zone. Minimum odd enhancer score should always be 12 for bullish or bearish trade setup. And all the filters, 3 filters are applied to daily demand zone. Now let's filter. So this is the filtered list. Let me scroll the list down. So total 22 stocks are filtered. Now we have to verify out of these 22, how many are having ITF confluence. That is LTF zone and ITF zone. LTF zone is a daily. So ITF zone is a weekly. So daily zone with weekly zone confluence. That means daily zone should be part of the weekly zone. That is what zone confluence. So let us verify in the demand zone confluence. Daily demand zone with weekly demand zone. I am enabling this filter. Now let's verify. Out of 22, 15 stocks are filtered. All these 15 stocks are part of the weekly zone. All these are all daily zones. All these daily demand zones are part of the weekly demand zone. And the weekly trend is up. If any of these zones are having weekly EMA confluence, it is even more high probability trade setup. So that's why I am going to look into the EMA confluence in the weekly time frame. I am checking weekly demand zone with weekly EMA confluence. Weekly demand zone with weekly EMA confluence. So 11 stocks out of 15, 11 stocks are filtered. All these 11 stocks are supporting bullish trade setup for monthly income trade, and the daily zones are part of the weekly zones, and the weekly zone is having weekly EMA confluence. Okay, now next set of reports, let us look for LTF, ITF and HTF confluence without any EMA confluence. So I am removing the EMA filter. In the demand zone confluence, already we selected daily demand zone with weekly demand zone. Now daily demand zone with monthly demand zone I am enabling, and also weekly demand zone, weekly demand zone with monthly demand zone also I am enabling. That is LTF, ITF, HTF zone confluence, demand zone confluence. 3 stocks are filtered. Earlier we have seen 15 stocks are having LTF and ITF confluence. Out of the 15, only these 3 stocks are having LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. That means daily zone is part of the weekly zone. Daily zone and weekly zone together again part of the monthly zone. Because they are part of monthly trend is also uptrend. If EMA confluence is there in any of these stocks, it is a high probability trade setup. So in the EMA confluence monthly time frame, because all daily and weekly zones together part of the monthly zone. So in the monthly demand zone is having monthly EMA confluence. That stock is having high probability trade setup. Only one stock is filtered. Okay, this is a daily zone, high liquidity zone. But this daily zone is part of the monthly zone. Of course, daily zone is part of weekly, daily and weekly zone again together part of the monthly zone. And that monthly zone is again having monthly EMA confluence. That's why we can say it is a high probability trade setup related stock. Okay, this is about bullish trade setup monthly income trade. Next, bearish trade setup for monthly income trade. Entry time frame is daily, entry zone is demand zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at daily, I am selecting bearish. And the daily supply, this is a bearish trade setup, it should be supply zone, daily supply zone. And this daily supply zone should not be pierced. So that's why in the pierced count, in the daily time frame, I am setting minimum value 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement violated opposing zone. Minimum odd enhanced score should be 12. And all the 3 filters are applied to daily supply zone. Now let's verify. So currently none of the stocks are having that are supporting bearish trade setup for monthly income trade. Next, let us look for bullish trade setup for weekly income trade. In weekly income trade, entry time frame is 75 minutes. Bullish trade setup entry zone, demand zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at 75 minutes, I am selecting bullish. The 75 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count, in 75 minutes time frame, I am setting minimum value 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement violated opposing zone, minimum odd enhancer score is 12. And all the 3 filters are applied to 75 minutes demand zone. So all these stocks, so total 19 stocks are filtered. All these 19 stocks are currently supporting bullish trade setup for weekly income trade. That is entry time frame 75 minutes. Let me scroll the list down. So total 19 stocks. Now let's verify out of these 19, how many are having ITF confluence. That means 75 minute zone should be part of the daily zone. LTF is 75 minutes, ITF is daily. And 75 minute zone is part of the daily zone. That is what zone confluence. So in the demand zone confluence, I am going to enable the filter. 75 minutes demand zone with daily demand zone confluence. I'm enabling. Let's verify. So something wrong here. Okay, total 19 stocks are filtered. I'm going back. In the demand zone confluence, 75 minutes demand zone with daily demand zone. I'm enabling the filter. Let me verify. So 10 stocks. So out of 19, these 10 stocks are currently supporting bullish trade setup for weekly income trade, that is entry time frame 75 minutes, and also the 75 minute zones are part of the daily zones, zone confluence. Because it is bullish trade setup, always the daily trend, ITF is here is daily, trend is uptrend. And if these stocks, any of these, out of these 10, any of these stocks are having daily EMA confluence, it is a high probability trade setup. So I'm going back in the EMA confluence. In the daily time frame, I am selecting daily demand zone with daily EMA confluence. Let's filter. So out of 10, 7 stocks are filtered. And all these 7 stocks are having a bullish trade setup for weekly income trade. 75 minutes entry zone is part of the daily zone. And the daily zone is having daily EMA confluence. Okay, in the next set of report, let us look for LTF, ITF and HTF confluence. That means 75 minute zone should be part of daily zone. 75 minutes and daily together is part of the weekly zone. That is LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. First we need to remove this daily EMA confluence. I removed the filter. Now in the demand zone confluence, already 75 minutes and daily demand zone is enabled. Now 75 minutes demand zone, weekly demand zone I am enabling. And the daily demand zone and weekly demand zone confluence also enabled with all the 3 filters, LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. We got 2 stocks. One is sideways and another one is uptrend. If this stock is having a weekly EMA confluence, it is a high probability trade setup. Sideways setup, if it filters, it doesn't give any additional advantage because EMA confluence doesn't make any sense or doesn't give any additional advantage in sideways market. But let's verify. In the EMA confluence, weekly time frame, because 75 and daily together is part of the weekly zone. If they are having a weekly demand zone with weekly EMA confluence, let's verify. Only DLF, sideways trend. So EMA doesn't give any additional advantage. Okay, fine. Next up, let us look for a bearish trade setup for weekly income trade. So entry time frame is 75 minutes. So entry zone should be supply zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at 75 minutes, I am selecting bearish. That 75 minute supply zone should not be pierced. In the pierced count, 75 minutes time frame, minimum value I am setting 0, maximum value I am setting 0. Zone achievement violated opposing zone, minimum odd enhancer score is 12. And let's verify. And all the 3 filters are applied to 75 minute supply zone. 3 stocks only filtered. Currently these 3 stocks are supporting bearish trade setup for weekly income trade. Now let's verify if any of these 3 stocks are having confluence with ITF time frame. That means 75 minute supply zone with the daily supply zone confluence. It is a little more high probability trade setup. So in the supply zone confluence, the 75 minute supply zone with daily supply zone, I am enabling the filter. Let's verify. Only one stock, NIFTY PSU Bank, it is an indices. That's it. Anyway, this is indices. Anyway, this is not listed in F&O category. We can't trade this. Even looking for HTF Confluence also doesn't give any additional advantage. So I'm stopped here. Now let's look into the next income trade, daily income trade, bullish trade setup. Daily income trade entry time frame is 15 minutes. Entry zone, demand zone for bullish trade setup, and also in bullish or bearish trade setup parameter in 15 minutes time frame I am selecting bullish. 15 minutes is entry time frame for daily income trade, and this 15 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count in 15 minutes time frame, minimum value I am setting 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement should be violated opposing zone, minimum order enhancer score should be 12, and all the three filters are applied to 15 minutes demand zone. Now 10 stocks are filtered. That means these 10 stocks are currently supporting bullish trade setup for daily income trade. Now let's verify out of these 10 how many are having ITF zone confluence. For 15 minutes LTF, ITF is 75 minutes. So 15 minutes should be part of 75 minutes. Let's verify those stocks. So in the demand zone confluence, 15 minutes demand zone with 75 minutes demand zone I am enabling. Now let's filter. Out of 10, 7 stocks are filtered. That means all these 7 stocks are 15 minute zones are part of the 75 minute zone. And 75 minutes trend is uptrend because it is bullish trade setup. If the 75 minute zones are having daily EMA confluence, it is a high probability trade setup. Let's verify even EMA confluence. The EMA confluence, 75 minutes time frame, 75 minutes demand zone with daily EMA confluence. 3 stocks are filtered. So these 3 stocks are supporting bullish trade setup for daily income trade, bullish trade setup for daily income trade, and a 15 minute zone and a 75 minute zone confluence. That means 15 minute zone is part of 75 minutes, and that 75 minutes is having daily EMA confluence. Now let's look for earlier 7 stocks are filtered LTF and ITF without EMA. So out of those 7, let's see how many are having LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. For that, first I should remove this EMA filter. I removed it. Already LTF and ITF filter is enabled, that is 15 minutes and 75 is enabled. Next I am enabling 15 minutes with the daily, and also 75 minutes and daily demand zone confluence also I am enabling. Now let's verify. 2 stocks are filtered. If DLF is having daily EMA confluence, it is a high probability trade setup because 15 minutes and 75 minutes together is part of the daily zone. So it is having daily EMA confluence. It is a high probability. Ultratech cement is sideways, so it doesn't make any advantage even if it filters. So in the EMA confluence, in the daily time frame, daily demand zone with daily EMA confluence. So both stocks are having EMA, but Ultratech cement doesn't get any advantage. But DLF is a high probability trade setup because the trend is uptrend, and also the daily zone is having daily EMA confluence, and our 15 minutes zone is part of the daily zone. 15 minutes together with 75 is part of the daily. It's a high probability trade setup, and also it is a high liquidity zone, fresh zone. If we have a fine-tuned 5-minute zone, definitely this could be a good stock because LTF, ITF, HTF confluence is there. Okay, next bearish trade setup for daily income trade. Entry time frame is 15 minutes. Entry zone should be supply zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at 15 minutes, I am selecting bearish, and the 15-minute supply zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count, in 15 minutes time frame, I am setting minimum value 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement violated opposing zone, minimum order enhancer score should be 12, and all the 3 filters are applied to 15-minute supply zone. Let's verify. We got 5 stocks. All these 5 stocks are currently supporting bearish trade setup for daily income trade, that is entry time frame 15 minutes. Now let's verify out of these 5 stocks how many are having ITF confluence. That means 15 minute zone should be part of the 75 minute zone. ITF confluence. So in the supply zone confluence, 15 minute supply zone with 75 minute supply zone confluence, I am enabling the filter. Now let's verify. So 4 out of 5, 4 stocks are filtered. All these 4 stocks are having a ITF confluence. ITF is 75 minute zone confluence. And ITF trend is a downtrend, and if any of these stocks are having a daily EMA confluence, it is a high probability trade setup. 75 minute zone having daily EMA confluence. So in the EMA confluence, 75 minutes time frame, 75 minutes demand zone with daily EMA confluence. Let's verify 2 stocks. And both these stocks might be having high probability trade setup. Okay, now let's verify LTF, ITF, HTF zone confluence. I am removing this filter, EMA filter. LTF, ITF, that means 15 minutes should be part of 75, 15 and 75 together is part of the daily zone. So in the supply zone confluence, already 15 and 75 is enabled. Next 15 minutes supply zone with daily supply zone, I am enabling the filter. 75 minutes and daily is also I am enabling for the supply zone confluence. LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. 2 stocks are filtered. That means 15 minutes and 75 together is part of the daily zone. So 15 is there inside the daily zone. And this daily zone is having daily EMA confluence. It's a high probability trade setup for Godrej properties. Dalmia Bharat, it doesn't give any additional advantage because trend is sideways. So in the EMA confluence, daily time frame, if daily demand zone is having daily EMA confluence, it's a high probability trade setup. So both are filtered, and the first one we can ignore because it is sideways, but Godrej properties is a high probability trade setup. Maybe that is the reason why already it is tested 7 times and also 7 rejections from this zone. Okay. Next, bearish trade setup for hourly income trade. Bullish trade setup for hourly income trade. Entry time frame is 5 minutes. Entry zone is the demand zone. And in bullish or bearish trade setup at 5 minutes, I am selecting bullish. And the 5 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count at 5 minutes time frame, minimum value I am entering 0, maximum value entering 0. That means zone is not pierced. Zone achievement is violated opposing zone. Minimum odd enhancer score should be 12. And all the 3 filters are applied to 5 minutes demand zone. Now let's verify. So 14 stocks are filtered. And all these 14 stocks are currently supporting bullish trade setup for hourly income trade. Now let's verify out of these 14, how many are having ITF confluence. That means 5 minutes demand zone should be having confluence with 15 minutes demand zone. That means 5 minutes demand zone should be part of 15 minutes demand zone. So in the demand zone confluence, let's enable the filter. The 5 minutes demand zone with 15 minutes demand zone confluence I am enabling. Now let's verify. Out of 14, 12 stocks are filtered. That means all these 12 stocks are having EMA confluence. But the point is the 15 minute zone also should not be pierced. Then only it makes sense. So that's why in the pierced count, even 15 minutes also, minimum value I am setting 0, maximum value I am setting 0. So 12, all 12 are having a 5 minute zones part of 15 and 15 minute zones also not pierced. So they are supporting bullish trade setup for hourly income trade. So long opportunities you will get. If they are violated, you may get TCO opportunities, trend change horizon. Okay. Now if any of these, because 5-minute zones are 15-minute zone, if any of these 15-minute zones are having daily EMA confluence, they are high probability trade setup. So let's verify. In the EMA confluence, in the 15 minutes time frame, 15 minutes demand zones are having a daily EMA confluence. No, none of the stocks are having zone confluence. So no issues, we can remove this filter. So without EMA confluence, how many filtered earlier? 12 stocks. Now out of these 12, how many are having HTF confluence? HTF is 75 minutes. Already 5 minutes demand zone, 15 minutes confluence enabled. Next 5 minutes demand zone with 75 demand zone confluence I am enabling. And also 15 minutes demand zone with 75 minutes demand zone also I am enabling. That is LTF, ITF, HTF zone confluence. 7 stocks are filtered out of 12. All these 7 stocks, the meaning is 5-minute zone is part of 15-minute zone. And 5 minutes and 15 minutes together is part of the daily 75-minute zone. Because 75 minutes in all these stocks, HTF is 75. 75 minutes trend is uptrend, except the third one. If any of these 75-minute zone except the third one is having EMA confluence, it is a high probability trade setup, daily EMA confluence. So in the EMA confluence, 75 minutes time frame, they are having 75 minutes demand zone with daily EMA confluence. No stocks are filtered. None of them are having EMA confluence. Fine. Next, let us look for bearish trade setup for hourly income trade. Entry time frame is 5 minutes. Entry zone is supply zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at 5 minutes, I am selecting the bearish, and the 5-minute supply zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count, 5 minutes time frame, minimum value I am setting 0, maximum value 0, and zone achievement is violated opposing zone, minimum odd enhancer score is 12. If all the 3 filters, all the 3 filters are applied to 5-minute supply zone. Now let's verify. Only 2 stocks are filtered. Currently these 2 stocks are supporting bearish trade setup for hourly income trade. If any of these 2 stocks are having ITF confluence, it is a high probability trade setup. So for that, let us look for supply zone confluence. ITF supply zone, that is 5 minutes and 15 minutes. Supply zone confluence, I am enabling the filter. So both the stocks are supporting ITF confluence. And ITF trend is downtrend. If they are having any EMA confluence, let's verify. So in the EMA, I need to verify EMA confluence. In the EMA confluence, 15 minutes, because 5 minutes is part of 15 minutes. So I'm checking 15 minutes supply zone with daily EMA confluence. Out of the 2, no one is having EMA confluence. So no problem. I'm removing the filter without EMA confluence. Earlier we identified 2 stocks, these 2 stocks. But they have LT 15 minutes and 5 minutes zone confluence. If any of these zones are having, again, HTF confluence, let's verify. That HTF is 75 minutes, 5 minutes, 15 minutes and 75 minutes zone, supply zone confluence. Already we enabled 5 minutes supply zone with 15 minutes supply zone. Now I am enabling 5 minutes and 75 minutes supply zone confluence, and also 15 minutes supply zone and 75 minutes supply zone confluence. Now let's verify. That means 5 minutes and 15 minutes together part of the 75 minute zone. Oh, both the stocks are having even HTF confluence. That means 5 minute zone is part of 15 minute zone, and 5 minutes and 15 minutes together again part of the 75 minute zone. And if these 75 minute zones are having 75 minute zones are having EMA confluence, daily EMA confluence, probably high probability trade setup. But only second stock is valid. First one, doesn't make any sense even if it is having 75 minutes zone EMA confluence. But let's verify. In the EMA confluence, 75 minutes time frame, because in the 75 minutes we have to check 75 minutes supply zone with daily EMA confluence. So none of the zones are having EMA confluence. Fine. So this is about all the income trades. Now let us generate, in the last report, let us generate daily ATRs, stop buffers based on daily ATR. First 17 in this list are indices, that includes all sectorial indices. Remaining all are equity stocks. So I keep on scrolling the list down. Whichever the stock you want to refer, there you please pause the video. I am scrolling the list down. So this is the end of the report. Hope this information will be useful to you for our further study and analysis. Let us all meet again in our next video. Thank you.